But yeah, so I decided to take the knife, and you know, I was kind of like flashing at him, like trolling, low key, like like Pop Goes the Weasel, like you be like pulling up the knife, putting it down, pulling the knife, putting it down. I was trolling, bro. I'm a jit. I'm not gonna lie. I was not thinking, bro. Common sense was not a thing in my mind at that moment. I was just doing whatever, just for, entertaining for myself. You too. It's your boy Jay back with another story time, bro. Yes, I'm back with another story time. And, with no further ado, let me just roll right into it, just get straight into it. And also, just to, because I'm trying to work on looking at the camera more, because I realize every single story time video, I'm never looking at the camera, right? So, I'm but every single story time, I'm never looking directly at y'all. I'm never directly looking at y'all. So let me know in the comments if I do better. All right, so boom. Going to the story, right? This story took, it was in middle school. This is what happened, right? It was in middle school. You see, I'm already not looking at the camera. But it was in middle school around, I want to say, it was like early middle school or so. It was like early middle school. I'll say fifth, sixth grade. Cause middle school go from 5. Let me know if I'm wrong. Is it 5, 6, 7, and 8, or is it 6, 7, and 8, or 6, 7? All right, let me stop. Let me stop, bro. That was so. All right. Let me get into the story. So it was early middle school, right? This happened, right? So back then, I was a little dumbass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little dumbass because the reason, bro, this whole story is so stupid because it's completely my fault. Like, if I didn't do this thing, bro, okay, so going into it, right? Obviously I'm in middle school, I'm doing whatever, right? I get my work done, I do my schoolwork, chop it up with friends, the whole thing, bro, the whole thing. So now, it's coming for me, time to, go home. So, I'm on my way home, I'm walking home. It's a cool little day. I get home, I'm chilling, right? Go back to school, same thing, normal day, everything rolling, right? So it's coming to like the weekend, right? It's Friday, right? And Friday pass, Saturday come, I'll be going to church on, it's a mosquito, but I'll be going to church on Saturdays, right? And then, Sunday roll around. So this, I think it happened on Sunday, or actually, no, it happened on Monday. It definitely happened on a Monday. So I was just chilling in the crib, right, after getting back from home, normal day, the whole routine, chopping up with friends, doing schoolwork, Realistically, I wasn't a stupid kid. I just made stupid decisions in school. Like, realistically, I was known as the big, fast kid, the big kid who can run fast. I'm always running in the hallways. I'm always playing, bro. Like, I wasn't stupid. I could do my work and get good grades, but realistically, I wasn't doing my work. I'm not doing none of that schoolwork because, of course I could do it because I'm smart. I'm real smart, I got all these compliments from teachers. I'm not gonna lie, they're blowing my head up like, oh, Norman's, shit, I just dropped my government. It's whatever, it don't matter. That's my, just to clarify, that's my real name, Norman's my real name, and like Jay, that's my nickname, You're probably wondering how you get Jay from Norman. Well, we'll go into it next time. I'm telling the story right now. So, it's one of those things, they're like, oh, Jay, Jay's such a smart kid, but he can't focus, he really can't focus. If he focuses on his work, then he's such a smart kid, It's one of them type of things, It's one of them type of things. Oh my God, all these mosquitoes. So, come home from school, you know, just a regular thing. I'm just in my room. Back then, I didn't have a phone. So, you know, I really just be doing anything just for entertainment, bro. I'm just hyper. I'm all over the place. So, so I had like this little kitchen knife. It's not one of them like, no butcher knives or one of them like fat steak knives. But it's one of them like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of them like knives that have like little ridges. It's not a butter knife, but I think you can cut bread with it. But it's really short. It's a really short knife. So, you know, I'm over there with the knife playing around, you know. Like I'm like I said before at the start, I'm a little stupid. I'm smart, but I do dumb stuff. I'm over there like picking up the knife. I'm throwing it at the wall. Thank God my parents ain't find out, cause bro, if they found out, they would have put BTA, bro. I promise you, bro. They would put belt to ass, bro. I promise. I was doing stupid stuff. I'm over there leaving dents in their wall, bro. What am I doing? So I'm over there with a knife, you know, just doing stupid stuff, right? So I came to you know, I went to the window. I went to the window in my room, right? So I'm over there with the knife, right? Just playing around, just looking outside, because, you know, realistically, I'm a little kid. They're not going to let me outside by myself. My parents were very overprotective. Well, I wouldn't say overprotective of me, but they're very much particularly protective of me, bro. They're very protective of me. So, you know, they're not just going to let me out randomly, bro. So, no, I'm inside the house. I have the knife, you know, I'm just in my room, just chilling by the window, right? So I see two dudes walking past. And I'm like, you know what would be a good idea? To flash a knife at them. You know, that ain't that a tough idea? No? Alright, my fault. But yeah, so I decided to take the knife, and you know, I was kinda like flashing at him, like trolling, low key, like, you know, like Pop Goes the Weasel, like you be like pulling up the knife, putting it down, pulling up the knife, putting it down. I was trolling, bro. I'm a jet. I'm not gonna lie. I was not thinking, bro. Common sense was not a thing in my mind at that moment. I was just doing whatever, just for, you know, entertaining for myself, right? So they're over there smiling and everything, you know? I'm thinking it's sweet. So I'm over there flashing a knife, playing around, you know? Okay, so, like, it was practically for like a while, because in where I live, there's like a park, and the area that they're going to, I'm guessing they were heading to that area at the park, right? So I'm flashing knife, playing around, and they kind of like stuck around for like a tiny bit, like kind of like trolling me a little bit, like they gonna get me. I think one of them like kind of like came up to the window at one point, but like I was ducking, you know. I moved away from the window and ran away. I came back, I saw him, did the same thing, ran away. You know, I'm really not thinking, cause what am I doing, bro? I'm over there taunting the next dude with a knife. You know, what that look like? I don't know, bro. I don't know. So, I mean, realistically, whatever I had coming my way, it was basically my fault. I'm gonna take accountability, right? Whatever was coming my way, it was my fault. Cause why am I flashing a knife at next dude? So, you know, going on, you know, the next day, I'm going to school. I'm thinking everything is sweet. I'm thinking like, oh, you know, next day, like last day, it was so funny flashing a knife at next dude, you know? So, you know, mind you, back then, I'm still big, and I'm obviously gonna take off the weight. I'm gonna work on it, you know. I'm gonna try and stay true to my word, because I lose weight and then I put it back on, so it's like, it's whatever. Y'all didn't ask, but I'm just letting y'all know. So, you know, going into the story, right? I'm coming, you know, regular day from school, right? You know, the whole woo up, you know, do the work, chop it up with friends, you know, time to go home. So, I'm coming home, and, you know, I turn into the place where I live at, bro. Tell me how I see these two dudes randomly, bro. Like, they just pop up at the worst possible time. And I'm thinking, oh, you know, everything's sweet. I think everything is sweet, you know. I'm kind of like I was like, hey, you know, like, oh, that was you flashing a knife at us. I'm like, you know, think everything is sweet. Whole time, like, they like, I don't know how do you explain it? Like, you know how you like slow aggressive? Like you laughing and giggling and like all that, but like you whole time you like mad and like you about to go like not back door, brother. You about to like fade a dude, but you smiling, like, you know how you sneak him low key? They ain't sneak me, but like like one of them kind of like grabbed my butt back. I'm like, yo, what you doing, dog? You know, like trying to get away, trying to go home, you know? And then one of them like grabbed my butt back, like swing, pulled me to the floor. I'm like, yo. And then they started jumping me, bro. Like, you know, like, damn, bro, you couldn't even like give me like a heads up. Niggas, you know, niggas just start jumping me, bro. They just start jumping me. Like, I was so like appalled. And like, I don't know if it was adrenaline because I was scared, but I ain't feeling that. Well, it had to be adrenaline because if it wasn't for adrenaline, I'd be feeling every like hit and punch and everything. But bro, they're punching on me. It was two of them, mind you, like they taller than me, and like it's middle school. They like I'm in like what 6th grade? I don't know. I'm trying to remember which grade I was in, but like they probably like 8th grade about to graduate from middle school going to high, bro. So they over there punching on me. They over there stomping on me. I'm genuinely wondering like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, was it that bad? Like, I didn't even think it was that serious, realistically. Because I'm like, yo, all I did was just show you a knife. I wasn't trying to, like, stab you or nothing, you know? I mean, maybe they took it like that. But then again, I was legit. So how you gonna, like, I'm legit? Like you really gonna beat me up after that? Like, you could literally see in my face I'm legit, bro. I still got face, kid fat in my face. I'm chubby. Like, you really gonna do that? The whole time I understand it was my fault. But like, bro, come on now. Like really, you gonna jump me over that? It's two of you. I'm defenseless, bro. I'm a kid. I don't like, bro. I promise you. After that, bro, that sent me on my villain arc, bro. I hated people. I hated everybody. I promise you that. So you know that happened, bro. And I'm like whole time I started crying, bro. After they left, I started crying, bro. I did like the walk of shame back home, bro. I did the walk of shame back home. I'm like crying because I'm like, you know, I don't know what to do. I got in the house because, you know, back then I had my own house keys, which I later lost. But, you know, back then I had my own house keys. You know, I was privileged enough with the trust owning my own house keys. So, you know, I opened the door and then I ran into the bathroom immediately because, you know, I don't know, bro. I didn't want my mom to see my face because I know she gonna start tweaking, bro. I promise you that. She gonna start tweaking. And she did. But she started, you know, she's gonna tweak, bro, because you know, I got jumped, bro. I went in the bathroom and I saw my eyes were purple, bro. I was like, no. I have a purple eye, bro. Not a purple eye, it's called a black eye. I'm tripping. But it looked purple, bro. It looked purple. I got a black eye, bro. So I'm over there like worried. I'm like, yo, like what do I do? And then like, of course my mom hear me walk into the door. I'm like, you know, she's like, oh, Jay, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. I'm good. So, you know, I went to the bathroom, right? And obviously your mother, like, you know, she gonna sense something wrong, right? So, you know, she like, obviously I've been in the bathroom for a long while. I don't want her to see my black eye. So, you know, now I'm like, just like in the bathroom, and she's like, why you in there for so long? I'm like, no, I'm nothing, I'm just chilling. You know, and she was telling me to get out the bathroom. I'm like, no, like it's fine, bro. Like, you know? And then I came out the bathroom eventually because, you know, she started tweaking, bro. Like, mothers, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. Once they tell you something and you don't like listen to it like first 2 or 3 times, bro, they just start tweaking. I think that's just everybody. This is everybody in general, bro. Like everybody. But I feel like it's like times 10 because my mother's like Caribbean. She Jamaican. So like I don't know, bro. She just like she be moving with the power of like 1,000 suns, bro. I don't know, bro. So I got out the bathroom eventually, right? And she saw my black eye. She was like, what happened to your eye, bro? She started tweaking, bro. She's like, tell me who did this. Tell me who did it. I'm like, it's not even that serious. I'm like, you know, it's not that serious, bro. It's not that bad, you know? And then, like, bro, like, oh my God, bro. She was pressing me hard, bro, applying pressure, bro. Mind me, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Mind me's, like, ignore me scratching my face, bro. There's mosquitoes out here. I'm trying to, you know. But anyway, back to the story, bro. I'm over there like, you know, like it's okay, mom, like you don't gotta do this. Bro, she was tweaking, bro. She was like, no, bro, I gotta find out who did this, bro. She's like, I'm gonna press charges, bro. I'm gonna call the police on them, bro. Do they go to your school, bro? Let me know, bro. Whole time I know they went to my school, cause I've seen them before in my school. That's what I'm saying. They're like 8th grade, about to graduate. I've seen them before, bro. I think I remember one of their names, but I'm not gonna name drop. I'm not gonna name drop. But bro, like she was pressing me, bro. I'm gonna call the cops on them, bro. I'm gonna press charges, bro. I'm gonna sue them, bro. Like whole 9, bro. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep, bro. I genuinely don't remember what she did. I don't know. Like I was telling her, like it's not that deep. Like it's fine, bro. You don't have to do that. That made me look scared, cause like once you want to get your get back, I understand. I was scared. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Whole time I was like, oh, you know, if I did that, like what's gonna happen? Like I decided to get police involved. Like my family gonna get murked on some like, you know, Sasuke Uchiha type of timing. So I don't know, bro, but you know, after that, bro, I went to school. It was so embarrassing. Had a black eye. Everybody looking. You know what happened to you? People making jokes like, damn, bro got beat up, bro. Damn, bro got slime. You know, damn, you know, type of thing, bro. It was not a good day, bro. I mean, eventually the black eye went away, but like, I remember there's one occasion where, you know, like I saw them two again, bro, and they're like, oh, that's the dude that we beat up. But you know, it's whatever, bro. It's so stupid, but hey, man, that's my story time, man. So I know it's a crazy story, even though it's my fault. I feel like they didn't have to go to that extent, but I'm guessing the lesson of the moral of the story is like, you know, you forgive. Well, you forgive and forget. Just forgive and forget, bro. Don't stand on past things that's in the past. You look forward to the future, right? So you know, that's just what it is. So yeah, that's my little story time. So you know, yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't. But anyhow, y'all, you know, like, subscribe if you don't want to see more, you know, and yeah, that was my story time, so I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Yeah, peace, y'all.